Ryan boxed into maniacal laughter. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that hurt? She feigned sympathy. An excerpt from page 104 of Death to the Soul by R.I Polsgrove. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and to the review of R.I Polsgrove Death to the Soul that I just recently finished reading. And I need to say this is one of the amazing romance horror novel that I've read in a long while. I mean, it's been a long while that I last read romance horror, and I need to say this is such a lovely, wholesome, and quite beautiful one. It is quite emotional. It is horror in nature. It has a blend of love, betrayal. It has a blend of fear, a blend of family dynamics, dysfunctionality in family. It has a blend of, mystery, murder, suspense, and quite a lot in it actually, encapsulated in this amazing novel that held me to my chair until I finished indulging my relatable emotions in it. And here am I talking about it. First of all, I need to say that it is written in the third person point of view, but to me, I feel like the writing style is quite omnipresent. I mean, it's present in every way, especially when you look out the conversation between the characters, the conversation that happens, the dialogue between one or two characters, in a way that you can be able to tell the feature and the peculiar characteristics that pertains to some characters based on the conversation that exists between other characters. For instance, Ryan's mother, I was able to know the kind of person she is without having her talk or express, or without a particular section that talk about our own characterization or dialogue that exists between her or other persons, but from the conversation that exists between Rayan and Quine and that of Rayan's family member, I can easily tell the kind of person that she is. And I think this is one of the beauty that I kind of think I derive from R.I.'s Polsgrove writing style. The fact that it's written in third person point of view, but then it kind of feels to me like every characters are omnipresent, and it seems to me in a way that each character are seemingly telling their story in a stylish manner embedded into third person point of view narration. Anyway, enough of that really. I'm not sure if you get what I mean. So the novel is based on the protagonist story, that's Ray Ann. First of all, I need to say the dedication page and the warning and the prologue. It's quite a captivating one that keep you head onto your chair engrossed onto the last page has been read. Yeah. So I need to say that first of all, we're introduced to Rayan, which happens to be a protagonist in this story. So the story of Rayan started when she was, first of all, she wrote a letter, which I think is the one embedded in the prologue section. Then she was going to her mother's funeral, and on the way, she smashed with a ardent drunkard who doesn't know where he's going to, and they had an accident, collision, quite terribly. And in the point of figuring out what exactly is going on, she has a funeral to catch up with, and here's her having to battle with a drunkard who doesn't know his way and had to go and bash into her. So while the whole thing is going on, we're introduced to another character that happens to be Quine, which actually came to the intervention and helped her out with the whole thing, and pursued the other man who was nearly pointing out a gun or whatever. So he defended himself, knocked him down, beat him. The police came, the OT was sorted out, and Quine had to drive Ryan to her mother's funeral because she cannot drive because the car is in a bad condition. And getting to the funeral, Kwan was surprised at how Ryan was being treated. I mean, that's why I had to mention that there are themes of dysfunctionality in family in the book. There are themes of betrayal. There are themes of hatred. There are themes of love also. There are themes of revenge, which I think Ryan kind of seek over to Mr. Addison as the story unfolds, etc. Quite a lot really in the book. Yeah. But then from Ryan's characterization, from Ryan's experience, you can easily tell the kind of people our family members are. So Kwan was quite shocked, he was quite surprised, and he carried on. He was now beginning to act quite nicely, and Ryan began to express herself, telling him more about her, more about family, etc. And it's quite beautiful to know, really. That's the kind of theme you look forward to actually picking up the book. Then I need to come back now to Quine. Quine is a vampire, but at first he did not reveal himself to Rayan because his intention to Rayan is to just, play with her a subtle time, for perhaps 1 or 2 or 3 days, before he eventually kills her. Because Quine is actually a vampire. That's one of the things I talk about here. The book, it's a blend of vampire, it's a murder mystery. It has a blend of horror and romance in it. But because Quine is a vampire, there's this urge in him that is he find quite unexplainable, which is one of the reasons why he couldn't. He's find it very hard to bring himself to eventually kill Rhea, because this is somebody who human being means nothing to him. You could just see a human being walking and just, in the twinkling of an eye, dip his teeth into their neck, etc., and just suck out blood anyhow. But for Ryan's case, it's quite exceptional. For Ryan's case, he found it to be very, very hard to execute, to do. And to time, I need to say I first loved the introduction of Lucas in the book, which I wasn't really excited about. But as time goes on, I kind of find that I love Lucas' characterization. Initially, I don't like him because of some features that he possesses. But as time goes on, I begin to love Lucas. Why do I love Lucas? First of all, I need to say he added more spice to the storytelling, which I think is quite evident in the initial stage of him having to push, Quine and said, "Hello, Quine, what's up? What's happening? Have you killed her yet? What's up? What's the update? Look as if you're falling in love with this girl. Please kill her. You're wasting my time. We need food, etc." So over and over and over again, whenever Ryan calls Quine, Quine feels reluctant to pick his call, and as time goes on, he feels reluctant to get himself to kill Ryan because I think he's growing gradually in love with her. And at some point when I was reading the book, I was like, do vampires fall in love? If yes, how did they cope with an actual human? Which is a question that I think I even added in my written review of the book. Yeah, so as time goes on, the story keep evolving in a beautiful manner. We're introduced to Natalia, who also happens to be a vampire. Yeah. Then in the story, I couldn't really deduct who is vampire and who is werewolf, but I think from a conversation, um, Quine happens to be a werewolf, Lucas happens to be a werewolf, and Natalia happens to be a vampire, but I can't really deduct who is vampire or if a particular character possesses the two features, whatever. But it's all fine that one of them feeds on human brain, which is Natalie, and the others feed on blood. Yeah, blood, which is the case of Lucas and Quine this time around. So that can figure that out. But one of the beautiful things that I love about the book is the characterization. Now let's diversify a little bit and move into Andancy, the characterization of Andancy. Andancy owns a school which Rayan happened to have gone through in the past. And Andancy is a well-respected man in society. He's well known as an holy man, as a respectable man, very righteous, calm, gentle, respectable, good man as he's supposed to be in the outside world, but inside him is a terrible demon. He owns a school and he always raped the girls in the school, locked them up in his office, turned up the radio or music so that nobody will get to hear that scream or shout for help. And Ryan happens to be part of those girls that Mr. Adasi brutally raped and sexually abused in his school. And the most striking is the fact that whenever Ryan gets home and reports the action to her mom shut her up because Mr. Adasi is a family friend and they trusted him much better than their own daughter. And I think this is one of the features that made our protagonist hated our own mother, and the kind of lie that happens between a mom and her three friends, which actually make her to seek revenge eventually on the three friends in the storyline. I don't want to give too much information away in an attempt to keep my review spoiler free, but I wanted to leave in the fact that if Mr. Adasi will have to continue, raping and sexually assaulting other children at the praise of other people, why nobody's aware of, and do you think Quine is going to carry on with Ryan without killing her? That's a question I would love to leave you with. Then I also love to leave you with the fact that, okay, what if Ryan eventually finds out that Quine is actually a vampire? How would she process that? How would she receive that? And can she actually cope with the fact that she has to date a vampire? What are the terms and conditions applied to it? Wouldn't quite just use her once in a day for a meal. I mean, just have her sleeping and just plug his teeth into her neck and drain her blood off. Just a question I'd love to leave you with. And the fact that who is going to continue proceeding? Anderson, Rayan, or Quine, or Lucas, or quite a lot of them. Actually, I noticed this is such a beautiful, awesome, captivating, modern horror romance novel, which really been a long while that I've read, and I'm excited that I'm picking up this, and I'm actually looking forward to the second book series to see how the story is continued. I wanted to see how the three Ryan friends were able to carry on after being traumatized. Yeah, and I wanted to see how Ryan would react, getting to know what happens to Adency, getting to know who Quine actually was, getting to meet Quine's friend, and I love the beautiful twist somewhere in the book whereby we get to know eventually that Lucas and Ryan are actually kind of related through the family tree. And the fact that Lucas had to feel very pitiful and emotional for the very first time in his life and in the book, which I find to be quite interesting, is the fact that he had always loved to kill Ryan. In his word, it was like, you have no idea how much I'd love to have you killed, how much I'd have pressed Quine to kill you quickly, and I feel very, very sorry, etc. So I don't want to give much information away in an attempt to keep the review spoiler free, but there's a question I wanted to leave you with to find out eventually in the book. I'm actually looking forward to reading the second book in the series. I'm really, really piqued. Left in suspense, a huge cliffhanger, and I'm looking forward to see how the story continued in the upcoming book series. Yeah, if you're a lover of romance, if you're a lover of murder mystery, if you're a lover of horror, if you're a lover of books that leave you head to your chair until the last page have been read, I'm pretty sure you're gonna find huge love and welcoming features reading River I Prosgrove Death to the Soul. And I so much recommend this book to lovers of romance, lovers of horror novels, and literature at large. If you watch this video to this point and you've not subscribed to the channel yet, I wanted to urge you to please click on the subscribe button over there. Also, leave me a comment in the comment section if this sounds like something you love to pick up, and if you've read the book also in the past, yeah. And if this book sounds quite intriguing to you and you would love to pick it up and check it out, I left a link in the description part of this video book review where you can get a copy directly on Amazon. Also left a link to the author's Google page, social media platform, etc. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching my short video book recommendation of Death to the Soul, my third review in 2025 actually, and I'm looking forward to reading more. I think I'm beginning to get back to reviewing books recently. My next read is Amanda Denham's Sin Eater. Then also I'm also looking forward to picking up the second book series here to Death to the Soul. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and see you in my next video. Goodbye.